Hello and we're back. So, it's time to light it up.
You're going to plant that on the knife.
Is that not what it means?
Not quite. It means on the desk.
On the desk?
Explosive armed. 3 minutes.
Okay, let's get out of here. Ah! You dead? Get back here. Should I just go for it? Come after me if you're gonna come after me.
So, what's different is that's not
a vampire,
a person.
Yeah. Or a ghoul or a monster or something.
That's a vampire called Gangrel. You've fought them before.
Right.
Or rather, the model is a Gangrel. They seem to have them representing the Sabbat for some reason.
So they're trying to stop me from leaving at this point. This is our exit.
Right, up the stairs behind you, isn't it?
No, that was just where a guy was.
Oh, okay. Oh, I normally leave by the trains. Oh, maybe that's why. Does that actually slow down the timer? It should.
It doesn't, but yeah.
Actually, it looks like it might have.
Yeah, it just wasn't letting me leave until I did that fight.
Oh.
I got this way.
I would just concentrate on getting out rather than trying to find clever routes out.
We can go this way then. Past this train, I think it is.
Oh yeah, past to your left.
Yeah, here we go. The bomb's gone.
The warehouse. Your handiwork, I presume?
No, it wasn't me. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did it. What the hell are you gonna do about it? And what the... Are you a werewolf?
I'll go for that one.
Not experienced much in the creatures of the night, are you? For future reference, you might keep in mind that werewolves aren't in the habit of introducing themselves.
You're not going to kill me? Who are you and why have you been following me? Too.
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
I saw a ghost at the local hotel. I met some kindred on the beach that didn't seem like kindred. The Santa Monica Baron has a split personality. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Should I tell them these things? Or?
You can.
Okay, one.
A ghost? Quite ordinary. I generally pay wraiths no mind. All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
Wait,
Doesn't seem that impressed by that.
Thin bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred. Hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
And then we have the remaining Santa Monica Baron has a split personality, and I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Did we say we would talk about the split personality, or that we wouldn't talk about the fact that she murdered her sister?
Yeah, she just said don't tell anyone what happened here.
Yeah.
She's undoubtedly Malkavian. Or should I say, they are undoubtedly Malkavian.
Yeah, Beckett is the other person who tells you they're Malks.
Right. Other than that, I haven't really seen anything.
Most of my contacts here report sensing something unusual in the night air. like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. Pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one, and be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
Night, Beckett. Do we just go?
Nice work, Cupcake. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed-off Sabbat just howling for blood tonight.
Thanks. Do you know someone named Beckett?
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why?
I spoke with him, or I heard he was in town. I don't see why we wouldn't say we spoke with him.
No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. Well, that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition.
Bertram. I have some serious questions for you. Well, I'm out of here, Bertram. Peace.
Let's grill him.
What do you need?
So, I met your ghoul Nux. What was the deal with you and Therese Varman? Have you heard anything about the serial killer? And I've got a few questions, so from the top.
I know you did. Sharp kid. Can track like a bloodhound. I watched him work for a while before I approached him. I had no idea how eager he would be to help.
He's kind of annoying.
Just one?
Yeah, you knew I did.
I knew you would. I had him watching you-know-who for me. It was inevitable you'd pass through her joint. I told him to keep an eye out for you, gave him lines to feed you, the whole bit.
It sure didn't seem like he was expecting me. Oh, but he needed my help. I killed an Asian vampire who was stalking him. Whatever, I saw right through Knox. Got him to tell me about your plan.
There's no particular downside to, like, calling him out, but it really depends on what you want to do. But there's no downside to it if that's what you want to go for.
We did see through him, so...
Oh, shit.
I know all about the plan you and Knox had worked out for me.
Huh. Well, savor the flavor, fledgling.
Don't worry, I did it anyway.
Thanks. You helped me get rid of a spy without revealing myself, or getting my hands dirty.
I'll ask you about someone else.
Sure.
Here.
What do you think of Lacroix?
What am I gonna say? He's the boss now.
Yeah, what about that guy who decapitated my sire? I wanted to ask you about something else. Got a few more questions, I'll see you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of skipping the ones that are more questions at this point.
He's Lacroix's iron fist. No one knows the sheriff, really, except Lacroix. No one even knows the guy's name. There's lots of rumors about him, though. I heard Lacroix picked him up in Africa over 100 years ago. Obviously, they work well together.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a clan that isn't one of the usual 13.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he fits any of the profiles, so...
Sure.
Let's ask about Rodriguez.
From what I hear, he's a likable sort, and that's a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarch every day because of him.
See what you're saying. I wanted to ask you about the clans, or the sects, or someone else.
I don't think there is anyone else to ask about, is there? I should have tried anyway.
You can give it a go, but no, I think we did everyone, because it was just Nines and Thingy, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll hear that again, and then 2.
Sure.
Oh gosh.
Right, you can actually find out about the clans now.
Yeah, should we do this?
Yeah,
Should we?
it's good background.
So let's go for the Bruja.
They're a bunch of malcontents. They get pumped up by rousing the rabble they keep around them. Like, that's hard. Nothing breeds faster than contempt. And that's what the Bruja are all about. Jealousy and contempt.
Another clan?
Sure.
Let's try Gangrel.
They fancy themselves loners and drifters running around the countryside and barking at the moon. It's all just an act. Gangrel can walk upright. They just choose not to.
I'm assuming that's what Beckett is.
Right. Malkavians.
Malkavians are, interesting. There's something to them. Learning to sort the wisdom from the bullshit can be some work, and not all of them are worth listening to, but they're all good fun, if you ask me.
Is Therese Foreman all good fun?
Yeah.
That was just silly vampire politicking, Cupcake. No more. You get used to that kind of thing.
I'm not sure you should do 3 because I don't think he knows.
Really?
I suspect not.
1 or 2 then, what do you think?
I don't know, I'll leave it up to you, but the choices sounded pretty vicious to me. I think Therese really wanted you dead. Did you know Jeanette and Therese were the same person? And very well, I wanted to ask you about something.
I'll go for 1.
Of course it did. As if vampires and women both weren't insecure enough. Get them together in one Malkavian body, and look what happens.
That seems like an odd option. Did you know Jeanette and Therese were the same person?
He
Well, obviously he did.
does.
Yeah, no kidding. Now that the Camarillas moved into L.A., Therese wants the title of Prince of Santa Monica. I guess she saw me as a threat. Funny thing is, I could care less.
You mean you couldn't care less? If you could care less, therefore the caring amount that you have is more than would be minimum, which is exactly the opposite of the message you're trying to convey.
What man is not intrigued by fame and power?
I wouldn't want to be the Prince of Terre Haute. I leave that headache to the Ventru. Besides, there's only like 4 vampires in all of Santa Monica. Some kingdom.
He's not wrong.
I also suspect that's sort of a cheeky acknowledgement of the fact that there aren't actually that many vampires here because the game doesn't need them.
Yeah, and to be fair, it would make sense as there's not loads of you. Doesn't seem like a huge little town. I don't think we're a city, Santa Monica.
Also, did we only ask them about 3 clans? Because I suspect we could ask them about more. And Santa Monica is quite a big place, but not as big as the cities.
We're going to go back round to it. It's just talking about this. Because 4 in a not very large place doesn't seem that bad. Obviously, if there was more of us, people would notice.
Like what?
Clans.
Clans are just bloodlines, you know. A common root shared and passed on from sire to child.
So 4. Let's try Nosferatu.
Oh, they're great.
The Nosferatu are damn good at what we do. No one even argues that. If you need to know, if you want it found, you come to us. We're indispensable. Not a bad place to be in the afterlife.
Got lucky you. I wanted to ask you about another clan, secret, blah, blah, blah. So lucky you?
Yeah.
The Nosferatu stick together, pool resources. We have more going on than anyone could guess at. Our web blankets the night.
Our web blankets the night.
Are Nosferatu part of the Camarilla?
I'm loyal to the clan, loyal to my primogen, and therefore loyal to the Camarilla.
That wasn't an enthusiastic endorsement.
The Nosferatu are the eyes and ears of the Camarilla, so they take care of us. They value our services, or don't want to be on our bad side. Either way, no one bothers us.
What do you think of Prince Lacroix?
We already asked him that. Will he give us a different answer? Or?
Not if we've already asked him. I would just go back to talk to the other clans, maybe.
2.
Sure.
And then 4. So, Toreador.
I don't rub elbows with the pretty bloodsuckers much, but I've seen them work people like puppeteers, and that's admirable. Now, if only they'd get off their slimy asses and put their talent to some use besides feeding their egos.
Ouch.
Basically, he doesn't like any of the other clans apart from his, it seems.
Yeah.
Astute observations made from the safety of a rat hole. Burn. Sick
Should I
burn.
do it?
Only if you want to, it's not important. You could just have a question about the other clans.
Sure.
Yeah. Now Tremere.
Mages. I don't have any reason to trust them. They're creepy, and I think they like it that way. But to be honest, I don't hear much about the Tremere. There's a few in LA, but all in all, there's not that many of them. Sure.
It's not telling you less about the town, more about how many of them there are.
Well, they get a bad rap, if you ask me. Everyone likes to take shots at the man in charge, but when it comes to getting the job done, the Ventru know how to step up. They can take the heat. Sure.
That's all of them.
Right,
Well, they get a bad...
let's try sects.
Yeah.
Because he's really the first person to give you information on sort of the metagame.
Which I guess makes sense, because he's saying they're the ones that find stuff, know stuff, dig stuff up. Anarchs.
The Anarchs. Yeah, I respect what they do, strenuous liberty and all that jazz, but they're kidding themselves. Wherever there's an ounce of power to be had, there'll be people dicking each other over. You think the Camarilla invented that?
Indeedy doody. I get you. What about other sects?
Yeah.
Let's ask about the Camarilla.
The Camarilla works. When you let vampires run wild, you wind up with caitiff frenzying in the streets, thin bloods blowing the masquerade, and hunters sniffing around. Law and order is the kindred's friend.
And you can ask them what those meant.
Caitiff?
Caitiff are just riffraff vampires who don't know anything about vampire society. Don't know their clan. Mutt vampires. What I suspect you were perilously close to becoming if Lacroix hadn't intervened.
Not that Lacroix really turned you into a vampire with a sire who knows all of the stuff. He just gave you a position in society. But it's not like you've learnt anything except by talking to everyone on your own, off your own back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Camarilla
Thin bloods.
theory goes that the farther down the bloodline you are from Cain, the weaker the blood is. So if you're, say, 5th generation, the blood is strong. If you're 15th generation, you barely qualify as a vampire. A thin blood.
Right.
Sounds like the bottom of the barrel. Who was Cain? I think he refused the sacrifice. And I have a few more questions.
Cain, the biblical brother killer. Father of all vampires.
You mentioned hunters before. Who are they?
Hunters. Humans who hunt vampires. Most are half-cocked yokels, who also say they've been abducted by UFOs. The real hunters are trained by secret societies, holy orders of the church that have existed since the Middle Ages. Fear them.
It's Kate again.
Like what?
Did I ask everything, do you think?
You didn't ask him about all the sects.
Sure, Cupcake. It's war out there, after all. You should know all you can about the different sides.
Sabbat is the last one, yes.
You ask me, the Sabbat makes no sense. They couldn't care less about the masquerade, and they seem to care even less about themselves. It's like, hey, let's all spread hell on Earth so we can feel big and bad. Oops, I'm dead. Now how did that happen?
Do you think that's it?
Yeah, he's good for getting the information about what the hell's going on. The only thing he doesn't explain is like elders and princes and all that sort of stuff.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, though, like, some of his information about some clans was quite light and others was more useful, but I don't suspect that's unreasonable. Oh, it's raining. Because he probably doesn't care about all of them and know about all of them equally. So, we did the warehouse, report to Lacroix at the Venture Tower downtown.
Did that say Venture? Or Ventru? Venture? Is that what it's called, or is it supposed to be Ventru and it's misspelling?
I wonder if it's a deliberate misspelling or a misspelling, or like you can't say Ventru, so say Venture. Actually, I remember this bit and thinking, what do I do now? Because I don't think it's that obvious that you get in the taxi personally, but...
Yeah, we've essentially opened up the ability to travel between the areas.
Right.
Oh, before you click on him,
Yeah.
just run all specs momentarily.
This one. Should I quick save or?
No.
He's purple. What does that mean?
Hey,
He's white. Is he a vampire?
He might be, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It'll run out on its own, won't it?
Yeah.
Where to?
Just drive. Oh, away from here. Drive. I'll tell you when the mood hits me. Nowhere. Something I've got to take care of first. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You're a taxi. You're clearly meant to take me places. Why am I talking to you if I don't want to go anywhere? I don't know.
Away from here. And now we can go downtown.
Downtown.
Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Huh, Lick?
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet. Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
Oh, thanks for the help. Oh, I didn't need your help. I could have taken them. It was a really weird cutscene. Just thought I'd take a second to say thanks for the help.
Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
I could have taken them. I'll remember that. Oh, I remember you from the court.
The middle one.
You do that. Me? I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I'll do that, or I'll think about it. I'll do that.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Use a taxi.
Yeah, now it tells us.
And here we are in a place with much taller buildings.
Very pretty skyline as well.
It's good to know that we can always go downtown.
So as I forget, so is the opening of the game, is it set here in downtown?
Possibly?
Yeah.
You'll have to get to a map for me to figure that out. It's wherever the Chinese thing is.
Oh, we don't have any updated quests.
No, but we have quests we can now do here, and we can also click on the locations.
Downtown. Right, you survived the Sabbat assault, so that's what I was looking at. A jihad for beginners. Yeah, we do have a couple of things we could do while we're here. But I guess we're mostly going to explore a new area. Ooh, cool music. Now, if I remember rightly, there's maps, on the bus things.
Venture Tower. It does say Venture Tower. Yes, the Nocturne Theatre, I suspect, is where that opening cutscene was.
Right. Cool. And
it might seem like a much bigger area than the Santa Monica area, but it isn't really.
It isn't really, fair enough. Should we go straight to the tower and see what's what, or should I look around?
I would look around. I would find, for example, the shop is probably quite important to find.
Yes, so... I think this is the Ventru Tower.
A couple of people in hazmat suits. Very important van.
Hello.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mag. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love.
Very important character.
What have you got in the truck? You sell counterfeit basketball jerseys or something? And right, that'd be great to know if I give a damn. What have you got?
Now, that is a legitimate question, but a better question to be, what don't I got in this truck? Cause at Fat Larry's, my motto is, everything's got a price, but I probably know somebody who can get it anyway.
Fair enough. You going to talk all night, or are you going to sell me something? And we got the basketball jerseys one as well.
Yeah, just one again.
Now that's what I like to hear. But it's like this. I save my best stuff for select clientele. Now that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, business.
I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell business. It's like that's Berness. Right.
Oof. So we have some better stuff.
So we've got a Braddock 9mm. He keeps talking.
Yeah, which is a fast thing. So it's a small light machine pistol that fires 9mm pistol round, not made for accuracy as much as to deliver the largest amount of ordnance in the shortest period of time. Bursts are more accurate, but due to the high cyclic rate and low weight of the weapon, it's still seen mainly as a spray and pray gun.
Which is $168. We've got some shotgun ammo. There's a Brock 17C, a 9mm standard pistol with a polymer grip and guide rod instead of metal. That makes it lighter than other pistols. Found in use by most law enforcement agencies, the light composite frame makes the middling amount of recoil a problem, so it is vented on the top of the slide to provide compensation for muzzle lift. Whatever all that means.
Compensation for muzzle lift is when you shoot it, the gun will rise up.
Oh, okay.
That's why you see people in films go like pew, and then the hands cock up every time they do it. And that stops it. Fire axe, truly a tool for madmen. Who else would attack fire with a blade?
And we've got some 38 ammo, and then we have some heavy clothing. Set of heavy clothing which acts as armor. Armor rating of 1, no stat penalties for equipping it. Examples are jackets, coats, thick sweaters, and sturdy trousers.
I recommend you buy that as soon as you can, and you can afford it now.
Which I can. Also tempted by the fire axe, but I'm thinking, don't we get all of these weapons within the game?
We might possibly pick one up during the game, yeah. The gun, possibly as well, yeah.
Should we leave weapons for now, or do you think I should get one in particular?
No, I would save my money for weapons later, to be honest.
Okay, I'll take that recommendation. Thank you. Move slightly further away. Shh.
You seen what sort of bizarre stuff he's saying?
I don't remember him talking that much in the game.
He doesn't. It's another thing that they've patched back in, clearly.
So that's us wearing the heavy clothes. How do I get outside of myself again? Yeah, and I'm wearing like a suit.
Yeah, you look cool.
Cool. Can I talk to him?
No.
No. It's like a restroom. Oh, no, it's just a corridor. Big parking lot. And people running over there.
Yeah.
Oh, can I investigate these? I forget.
No, that's Deus Ex you're thinking of. Although this is a very Deus Ex style game.
Should I go over there? Or?
You can do, yeah. I think there's actually a gang fight down there.
Excuse me.
Apparently it's an invisible gang fight.
Oh.
Hey, where you going, man?
Should I kill them or?
No, you're in a masquerade area.
Right. How bizarre. I don't think that's quite loading in properly.
Possibly not. The game's good, it's not, stable or not buggy.
It's getting a little old now, I think I'll forgive it. Yeah, so that's the Nocturne there on the left.
Which I don't think you can actually go in.
Sorry, we're closed. No, it doesn't look like it. Why do you keep shooting the poor hazmat guy?
Has someone been killed yet?
I think so.
Oh wow, yeah.
This guy. Is that just sort of supposed to demonstrate how much it's the big city?
Yeah, I think so.
So there's this place here with all the red lighting. Should we go in?
We'll go all the way to one side and then come back and go through the wall.
So like just keep going this way, yeah. So there's lots of side streets, which I'm sure we'll get familiar with. So Skyline Apartments, which I believe is where we will follow up.
Yeah, it's one of the places we need to go.
Empire Hotels.
Someone revealing a bit too much leg there.
Yeah, we have a few other sort of model variants here.
By a bit too much, I mean I don't think the character model is supposed to display that much leg, and it's the skirt's glitching out.
Yeah, there's another car park over here.
Sanguinetti.
There's a hole here.
Yeah.
Not sure how much of this is for the other vampires that can't just roam the street.
That's a good point, yes. If you're playing as Nosferatu, you spend a lot of time in the sewer.
Yeah, which I always imagine is
You could probably bite her if she wanders down there.
She has a lot of blood.
Yeah, she's a healthy one.
I just made it so I can't go this way though. Yeah, whatever.
You can go down there later.
Indeed. Right, so this was the one end. There's also a Cool Cats advert up there.
So yeah, you can skip the Empire Arms if you want. That becomes relevant later.
We'll do that later.
Because you can just go in and explore them. In fact, it's sort of partially in the spirit of the game. For the purposes of a video, it might make less sense. But
yeah.
we could go in there next time.
Okay, we'll see you then.